We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the New York Giants. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This is taken just shy of the 10, and his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. They start on the ground. It's Richardson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a give right side. Richardson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. First down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Well, this Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Throwing Jones. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now Jones. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now a throw from outside the pocket, complete out left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Giants' 49-yard line.
Play action now. Prescott. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Darnay Holmes. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Throwing. Prescott. Open man. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 36. Prescott from the gun. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Azeez Ojulari. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Azeez Ojulari able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Finding room to the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And it's 3-0 Washington. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Jones. That's going to be caught by Judy. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. McCann's kick up and good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
They'll run on first down. It's Richardson, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point by McCann, up and good, and the lead is now 10-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Now Bush on the return. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones Flush to his right. And Jones will hit the deck here. And he is able to pick up the first down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. So second and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free. Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. And Barkley will try to punch it in, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3.
Washington 3.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. Again, it's Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing, and that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he could make anything happen.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now Bush on the return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw taken in by Samuel. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Gregory Rousseau able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Another try after the first down sack. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Azeez Ojulari getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Complete. Richardson has it. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Giants are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Off play action. Jones. Flushed out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. 7 yards, the pickup there. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Prescott yet again. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fuller. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Richardson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. Prescott off play action. It's Kelsey on the ground.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. On play action, Prescott. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Prescott to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point safely through, and the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Throwing, Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Being chased out left. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now Jones. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Giants, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.